Would I be the asshole if I asked my 17-year-old stepson to stop wearing perfume because I am pregnant and it makes me nauseous? I, a 31-year-old female, am 10 weeks pregnant. My symptoms have been manageable overall, but I am still dealing with nausea, headaches, and fatigue. My stepson, a 17-year-old male, moved in with us full-time about 1 month before I got pregnant. Before that, I did not see him often, so we are still adjusting to living together and getting to know each other. Like many teenagers, he uses a large amount of perfume or deodorant. It was intense when he first moved in, but back then I could tolerate it. Now that I am pregnant, it feels unbearable. If he has been in a room, I sometimes cannot stay there, and I have even had to leave the apartment because I feel so sick. I recently went away for 1 week and I felt amazing. No nausea, no vomiting, no headaches, more energy, and very productive. But when I came home, it was like being hit with a wall of symptoms all over again. So I cannot help but connect it to constantly being surrounded by the perfume. I have not said anything yet because I do not want to seem unreasonable or controlling. He is a teenager, and we are still in a delicate adjustment phase. But I am considering asking him not to wear cologne at home. He could still wear it outside, at least while I am pregnant. He does not know I'm pregnant yet, but our home is generally fragrance-free, and neither my partner nor I are big fans of cologne anyway, so it would not come completely out of nowhere. That said, he is 17, and I definitely drowned myself in perfume at that age, so I understand. And I just really do not want to be the evil stepmom or give him a reason to resent me or the pregnancy. So would I be the asshole if I asked him to stop, or am I just being a bit too much? Bonus information. I deleted the word hysterical. Thank you for pointing that out. English is not my first language, and I used it for lack of a better word. My partner is on board and ready to have a conversation with him about it. I am just having doubts about it now. We will be telling my stepson about the pregnancy in a couple of weeks after the first trimester has finished. Reddit verdict, no assholes here. Related comments. Actually, your husband should step in here. For women, using too much cologne is a turnoff more often than not. Girls his age are probably reacting the same way. Subtle is the correct approach. He should not be able to smell it himself. Just enough on the palms, on the collarbone, and one spray down below is sufficient. No scent deodorant for everything else. A win-win for both of you. Answer. I fully support this comment. While some girls may like it, I have met mostly girls who avoid people with too much perfume like the plague, myself included. And I understand. Hormones are rough, especially during teenage years when you're already self-conscious and more likely to smell. I totally understand. But this is not a solution, and your husband can help. Tell him about the difference between deodorant and antiperspirant, as that is much more helpful, and how to use cologne or perfume properly. Comment. No assholes here, but I would recommend having this conversation with his dad present and explain that it's not about him wearing it, but the amount can be a lot for you while you're pregnant. Be kind, reassure him that you do not want to impose on him, but you would appreciate it if you could find a balance as a team. Maybe he could apply less, or maybe he could apply it once he leaves the house. Perhaps switching scents for the time being could help. You could take him shopping to find a perfume that smells good to him and doesn't give you a headache. Write down who you think is the asshole and who did the right thing, and we'll move on to the next story. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law that I do not care about what she has to say? I, a 36-year-old female, have two daughters, the oldest being 12 and the younger one 9. My children are mixed. I am Cuban, while my husband is Dominican and Haitian. Regarding hair, both of my children have curly hair. I have wavy hair, so at times I do not know much about how to style their hair myself. Therefore, I have always taken them to the hair salon to get it done. My younger daughter, Bree, does not like getting her hair done at the salon, so I have taught myself how to style curly hair for her. My oldest daughter, Kalani, however, always wants her hair done professionally, as that is how she likes it. She usually gets boho or goddess braids, silk presses, and similar styles. Recently, when getting Kalani's hair done for back to school, she asked to get a wig hairstyle, and I agreed since I saw nothing wrong with it, and it was a cute hairstyle. After Kalani's hair was done, I posted on my Instagram story showing off her hair and nails with the caption, "Ready for back to school." I thought it was a harmless post, but then my sister-in-law replied to the story saying, "You should not be doing her hair like that, it is bad for her hair," and then started going on a rant. I will share the screenshots of the texts in the comments. I replied to her saying that I do not see a problem, and told her that at the end of the day, I am Kalani's mother, and my decisions as a parent are not her business. My sister-in-law then texted my husband and told him about it, saying that it hurt her feelings. Now my husband is saying that I should apologize, but I am unsure if I am the asshole or not. Reddit verdict, not the asshole. Your husband, however, is for not supporting you. To the sister-in-law, it is not your place to worry about. Answer. Your sister-in-law should apologize to you for her unstable ranting. She sounds insufferable. Why is your husband taking her side instead of yours? He needs to grow a spine and realize that his family is who he should be standing up for, not his sister. Not the asshole. Comment. I am Irish and Italian. When I was 12, in 1986, I got the first of many spiral perms. Yes, New Jersey style. My 1980s hair was gigantic. Was it terrible for my hair? Yes. Did I look cute? I suppose so. But if anyone had said something to my mother about it, they would have faced her wrath. She would not have tolerated it. I say all of this to emphasize that she is your daughter. Your husband should support you and stand up for his daughter's decisions. Your daughter got the hairstyle she wanted, and he should support her. His sister will have to accept this. Thanks for your input. We'll keep it in mind. New Jersey for shut the fuck up. Sending big hugs to you, not the asshole. Answer. I would agree, as long as both parents are prepared to equally support their daughter if she experiences hair loss as an adult, which affects many black women who had excessive styling in their youth, like my mother and grandmother, because no one taught them how to avoid damaging their delicate hair. The sister-in-law was out of line with her comments, but the mother admits she does not understand how to care for or style her mixed daughter's hair type. If she refuses to let go of her pride, or the "my child, so it is none of your business" attitude, then she can explain to her daughter when she experiences hair loss at 40 or older. Sure, I did not bother to learn better or teach you better, but I stood up for your and my right to do what we wanted. Comment. In the black community, a wig at 12, unless for health reasons, would prompt this response about 75% of the time. Your sister-in-law's response is cultural. She should have explained it better, but I fully understand her concern. No assholes here. Answer. Did you read everything the sister-in-law was saying? The original poster shared the direct messages in the comment section. The sister-in-law started with comments about her daughter's hair and escalated from there. She is overreacting. Additionally, any hair treatments at any age can damage hair if not done properly. How many videos do we see of protective styles being done where you can see traction alopecia throughout the hairstyle? The mother has her daughter going to a professional, and even the sister-in-law's direct messages do not mention any actual damage done. Her messages suggest jealousy and some personal, unspoken issue with the original poster. Comment. Not the asshole. If she was so concerned, she could have messaged you or your husband privately to express that concern rather than berating you on social media. Your sister-in-law is not the parent, so she needs to stay in her lane. Your husband needs to decide who the priority is, his sister's emotional needs or his daughter's hair. Hopefully, it is the latter. I am not a hairdresser or expert, so I have no idea if these treatments are harmful or not. However, I would not apologize. If your husband feels his sister needs an apology, he can offer one himself. Write down who you think is the asshole and who did the right thing, and we'll move on to the next story. Am I the asshole for paying for my dog's surgery instead of helping my girlfriend's sister with her rent? I have a dog that is on the older side at 9 years old, and a few weeks ago it lost the use of its back legs. I had to get surgery for him because I was not willing to have him put down. All in all, it cost £8,500, all of which I had to pay out of pocket. This was not a huge problem because I have plenty saved up, and in general, I am well off. Here is the issue. My girlfriend's sister has been struggling with rent. Apparently, she is behind by a few months and panicking about being evicted. When my girlfriend found out what I paid for the surgery, she became really upset with me and said I was selfish. Her words were along the lines of, "You would spend £8,000 on a dog, but you will not even help my sister keep a roof over her head?" Since then, my girlfriend has been angry with me and keeps calling me cheap and selfish for not helping her sister. I feel like I should not have to suffer for another person's poor life choices. The reason her sister is in this predicament is because her relationship fell apart and she is living in a place she cannot afford. Furthermore, I own a 4-bedroom home, and my girlfriend suggested her sister move in with us, but I refused. Am I the asshole for refusing to help her sister? Reddit verdict: not the asshole. However, you need to end your relationship with your girlfriend who is determined to make her sister's poor choices your problem. Comment. Not the asshole. Your girlfriend's sister has people who can help her with her money problems. Your dog has only you. Comment. Not the asshole. You had a responsibility to provide your dog with the best care possible. I would find a new girlfriend if I were you. Answer. Exactly. The dog cannot find a way to pay its own bills. The sister can. She also has family. Even if it is just the girlfriend, they can help her pay rent. The original poster owes the sister nothing. You are a good owner. Comment. Not the asshole. You are responsible for your dog. You are not responsible for other adults' decisions, including their rent payments. Answer. Also, you would spend £8,000 on a dog, but you will not even help my sister keep a roof over her head? It is not just a dog, it's your dog. Even if it was not your dog, but a stray rescued dog, it is your money to do as you please, original poster. If she is heartbroken about her sister, she can help her with her own money. Also, please do not let her move her sister in with you. She is displaying some concerning red flags. Not caring about something you love dying, trying to push you to take care of something you should not, getting angry and continuing to complain when you do not act as she wants, and feeling entitled to dictate how you should use your money or space. I can bet you will have a difficult time with them. Comment. Move the girlfriend out, change the locks, find a new, more independent girlfriend. Comment. You're trying to apply logic to an emotional situation. Rationally and factually, you have no obligation to pay for your girlfriend's sister's rent, and her situation does not involve you, so you can use your money as you like. However, emotionally, your girlfriend is still freaking out that her sister is going to be homeless, and she is not going to care about rationally determining what you are and are not obligated to care about based on social propriety and convention. You would be extremely angry at her and think she was a bad person if you did not have the money to save your dog, but she did, and she decided to give her sister rent money and let your dog die, right? Even though you are the owner and it is your dog and you made the poor life choice not to save for emergencies, right? Same deal. You would absolutely refuse to hear that she has no relationship or obligation to your dog and so logically has zero reason to cover his expenses to make you happy and sane. The emotional logic path in both this situation and the hypothetical one is, I am wrecked over this and my partner knows it, leads to, I cannot fix this, but they can, leads to, they refuse to fix it or at minimum help me despite knowing what this is doing to me, leads to, they do not care about me, leads to, if they are in a relationship with me and do not care about me, they are a terrible person who is probably using me. This is how you have ended up where you are now. If you want to keep this relationship, turn the empathy on and the logical defensiveness off. You do not have to allow the sister to move in or hand her a bunch of cash, but commiserating that her situation is awful without the it is her own fault for not staying in a bad relationship for rent attitude, and offering some suggestions, like if you know someone looking for a roommate or can help her pack up boxes to move to a more affordable place, would likely do wonders. Also realize that refusing to help her family in need means she will veto any future situation where you want to move your family in to help them. People tend to forget that others can treat them the way they treat others and be utterly shocked when that bites them in the ass. Write what you think about this situation. Also, if you like this video, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the bell to receive notifications about the latest videos. See you next time. Bye-bye.